everyone. So this is actually not a Halloween costume, although some of you might have thought so, but this is actually going to be sort of a ballet vlog. I had thought a lot about doing a video about ballet for my vlog for like a really long time, but it's sort of a sore subject for me. But I decided to do it anyway. With Black Swan coming out and a lot of beautiful ballets in the opera, I thought people might be interested because we have kind of a ballet oh my god, a ballet phase going on in pop culture right now. So I thought I would tell you about my ballet experience. I used to be a very serious ballet dancer when I was a bit younger. I actually quit 1.5 years ago due to some things, but I just really wanted to share a couple of things about ballet. I was going through a couple of boxes today and I found like most of my ballet stuff. I mean, I threw some stuff out after I quit, but I still have something left, and I thought you might want to know something and you might be interested. So what I'm wearing right now, this is just actually, hold on, this is just sort of weird cover up thing. This is my real tutu. And this is just not what I wore to practice. That is just not the case, but it's like it's a nice tutu. It actually comes out into a fun little top thingy, which I don't really like wearing. But this is, don't get me wrong, this is not what we wore to practice at all. I mean, we were always wear leotards, but this is just something that was appropriate for the video. So, and under just wearing like a top and like a ballet leotard. Yeah, do you know what is crazy? I found this leotard, and most of this stuff I bought when I was like 11. I still fit into it. I was like, oh my god. But let's just sit down and have a little chat. So we should probably start out with what most people start out in ballet classes, which is basically little ballet classes. When you have little tutus, you're actually wearing tutus in class and you're like having princess fantasies and dancing around and having fun. But I started my ballet when I was, honestly, I have no idea, but I know I did 2.5 years. So I guess around 3 or 4 years old. I was one of the typical little girls who wanted to do ballet, and I remember just going to ballet class every Saturday and having a lot of fun. But I think it was around age 8 and 9 when I started to go like in a more serious direction, like doing it for like really doing it and not just like having fun. I mean, obviously it was fun, but it was like more than a hobby. And I have a lot of memories from ballet, obviously doing it for so long. And I remember being, I think it was the most serious when I was around 12, which sounds kind of stupid, the high point of my life, but yeah, it was really a lot of fun. It was really demanding but really rewarding. But there's something about, I mean, at most I used to have 6 times a week. I had to have practice 6 times a week. So basically I remember coming home like every night around 10 o'clock and being like, oh my god. And I remember Thursday was my day off from ballet, and that was like the coolest day ever. I remember every Wednesday night Grey's Anatomy would come on. I'd watch Grey's Anatomy and have like a mini holiday for Thursday. I'd like watch TV and like eat ice cream, which is like a big deal. And oh wow, the pleasures in life I used to have. Yeah, that's kind of sad. But really, it was really demanding. I remember a lot of blood, sweat, and tears gone into this little art form. I took it really hard, because there is something about people yelling at you for not 10 years, maybe 8 years, people yelling at you and telling you you're not good enough, and trying really hard and spending like 4 hours a day at practice. I mean, it takes a toll on you, but there's There's something absolutely magical and amazing about dancing. Ballet, I mean dancing anything, but you know, especially ballet for me, because there's just something special there. I mean, there's so much routine and everything that you have to follow, but then once you kind of learn a certain part of the certain routine and like you like learn the rules, you can really throw yourself into it. And that's what happened with me, and that was really, it was the best part of dancing once I kind of got through all the basic stuff and started to go on to harder stuff, and I got to like really dance when I was dancing. That sounds kind of weird, but I have countless memories from ballet classes, and sometimes I feel like I spent my entire childhood in a white ballet studio. Yeah, but I remember having really great friends and really enjoying myself and feeling really accomplished, and the plus sides were like amazing. I mean, I always was in very good shape, and I was always really motivated with school too, which is kind of amazing. Don't know how I did it. And really just being constantly really happy. I mean, okay, not always, obviously I did have a lot of trouble with ballet, because yeah, but I was thinking I might want to show you some of my shoes. So I found a lot of stuff. I found this tutu, and I found the leotard I'm wearing. Then I found my very first little slippers. No, these aren't my first. My first were way smaller. These I got when I was, I think, 5. And this is when I was living in the States, and I took ballet classes too there. And they had to have leather shoes. They're really dirty and disgusting, but they're so tiny. I mean, my hands can hardly fit in here, but they're that big. They're really cute and kind of disgusting because they're so dirty, but I totally remember these. And if you take my big feet right now, they will just not even go that much. Yeah, but those are one of my, I mean, not my favorites, maybe even my 3rd pair of little practice shoes. Then I have here my very first point shoes, which I got when I was 8 or 9. I remember the day I got these. It was a very exciting day in my life, and that's what they look like. They're, oh, this looks kind of weird. They're pretty small. Never fit into these anymore. Oops, but they are by Grishko, and the soles are completely worn out. I used to have leather over these, and they're pretty bendy too. If you've seen Black Swan, there's a scene in Black Swan which I could really relate to. There's a scene where they're like taking care of their point shoes, and they're like burning off the tips of the laces, and they're like using hammers to rip that part off, and like hammer it so that it will become more flexible and you can dance with them. I totally related to that part. But yeah, that's that. And these are my very last pair of point shoes. These actually still fit me. That's what they look like. And they have really long laces too. Oops. Yeah, but oops. These used to have leather on them too, but not anymore. They're really worn out, and like this is like super gross. The insides are like full of blood. I'm not gonna show you because it's like brown, but they're full of blood. As I told you, a lot of sweat, tears, and blood went into this sport. And these are actually not as bendy as okay, they are. There. I just heard a creaking sound. Can you hear that? Hold on. I don't know if you can hear that, but these are actually pretty soft. It's really funny in ballet when you use point shoes a lot and they get too soft, you have to buy a new pair right away, because you can't dance onto point shoes that are too soft. These are actually way too soft, really soft. But okay, so one more thing. I remember this being my kind of tiny, but this I got when I think I was 8. Okay, so that size when they actually stretch out a lot, but you know, it's still really tiny. I mean, 8 or 7, probably 7. That was really small. Then this one, I remember wearing to recital when I was 6. I actually threw out most of my leotards that actually fit me. Kind of regret it now. And then I have one aubergine. These are just really weird leotards, little girl leotards, so we can't wear those anymore. Then I found just one pair of almost unused practice shoes. I actually remember buying these and really not liking them, using them like once or twice and being like, I don't want these, I want a new pair, because, you know, it was really important to have the right kind of shoes because you had to be really comfortable with them. And I remember not liking these because the soles came out way too far and I stole the laces way too far apart or something. Yeah, and I guess we should just get to some floor work. So, I don't know. Okay, so a lot of people think that making a hair bun for ballet class is really difficult, but it's really not. And I remember, I think one of my records is making one of these in 40 seconds or something like that. Maybe even less, but I used to use a net for this, but I actually don't have any more of my nets because I threw them out and they were all broken. But basically what you just have to do, oops, have an extra pin there. Just have one hair tie. I mean, there are like multiple ways of doing this, but this is just the way that I liked doing it. It's just doing a really high pigtail over there. And it has to be like in line with your jaw. That's how we were taught. So that it's like a straight line from your bun to your jaw. Then when you have it tight enough, you have a little squeeze. And then I'm just going to turn around for this bit. As I said, I used to use a net. I don't have any more of these, so this is going to turn out pretty ugly. But I just have a lot of pins that look like this. Hold on. I would just take this and kind of swoop it around. I wonder if you can see that. And this is the part where I would add the net, but I obviously don't have one anymore. So just take a pin and like swoop it under, like that, and just keep securing until your bun feels secure. The less pins, the better it's going to be, most probably. It's good philosophy. I remember using about 5 to 6 or 8 pins, depending on how it turned out. Okay. I would usually use a net, but I'm actually not using one today. Okay, that turned out pretty interesting. Now, as you can see, I have a couple flyaways over there, so I'm just going to secure those as well. That turned out okay. I have no idea since I don't have a mirror. But yeah, that's basically what a ballet bun looks like. See, it's supposed to be in line with my jaw. Yeah. This is probably my most used hairstyle, obviously. Made this about 2,000, maybe more, maybe 5,000 times. Made a ballet bun. Yeah. So I'm going to show you how to put on your point shoes and a couple basic things about point shoes. So these are my, oops, no, those aren't my point shoes. These are my point shoes. Pretty worn out and disgusting, but they work. So I'm just going to be putting these on. And it's pretty simple. You just have your feet. These are not my actual leggings for ballet because I don't have any more, but what you should do is just step in through them. Then you usually have like a rubber band over here, but I don't really have one anymore. Then just tie these really tight so that they stay on when you're dancing. Oops, that looks pretty bad. Now, just a quick note, I haven't been doing this for 1.5 years, and this is my I think this is my second time after quitting ballet that I actually try these on and do something wearing them. So go easy on me. And look at that, pretty. Anyways, one little fun little secret that ballerinas have is that it is really painful to wear dancing these for 3 hours. We actually wear these. These are fun little silicone pads that you're supposed to put on your toes so that it'll take away a fraction of the horrible pain of point shoes. But I'm actually not going to be using these today because I want to feel the pain after so many years. Okay. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to do one. So, a basic point shoe looks like this. Now, when you do this, you go demi-point, which is like half point. You're supposed to have this line like that, but obviously I haven't been dancing for almost 2 years, so that's just not going to work for me today. But you're supposed to step on that, and afterwards plop yourself up on point. Now, since I haven't been dancing, I actually can't get on point anymore. See, this is not on point. I mean, basically you're on your toes, but the point is to push it even further to feel like your toenail scraping the floor. And this is what we're really going for. But that is just not happening with me, especially without pads. I'm just gonna put the other on too. Wash you guys. Actually not supposed to tie it in the front, but I don't have a ballet teacher watching me right now, so it doesn't matter. And just stuff it in there. This actually hurts my nails. Ow, I almost broke one. Just hide them basically. Good. And now I'm just gonna do some basic stuff because I can't do anything anymore. See, these are really loose when this isn't tight enough. So I guess we should tighten that. Tighten. You're supposed to hide these under here. Okay, this just did not tighten at all. Oh, whatever. But put these under that because you don't want to trip on your little laces. Ah, this really hurts. Stuffing things in here. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, holy Moses. Okay. So we're looking at my malformed, really out of shape legs right now. And basically, so what I told you yet again is going demi-point, after that on point. So with 2 feet, demi-point, and then on point. It looks pretty horrible. This really hurts after 2 years. It really hurts. I mean, it's fine after when you've been dancing a lot, because your feet actually go numb after a while and you don't feel your toes anymore. Like me. But actually, I do feel my toes nowadays. Miracle. And this is why this hurts so much. Ow. I'm really feeling for Natalie Perm right now. Out of practice and coming back to ballet class can't be easy. And as you might imagine, after not dancing, I can't pull any of these positions anymore. Hardly do first, let alone fifth. That is just not happening for me today. Oh, you know what I thought was the funnest thing to do when I was 10? Go on point like this and jump. Ow. Oh my god. Oh my god, that really hurt. Yeah, well, this is my favorite thing to do when I was 10. Is to go on point and jump around. No wonder I have malformed toes. Oh my god. Oh. Ow. So as you might have noticed, that did not go very well, but I was thinking you might want to see a couple things with my entire body. Now I can't get my entire body in the frame, but you can still see my feet, so. That hurt. That was not very successful. I remember doing a lot of back and back. Okay, I promise I will attempt to do one pirouette on point, and I have a slight feeling that that's not going to work out at all, but you just know I'm not normally pads right now, so I was really feeling the pain. Is there like room right here? Okay, there's oh my god. I'm going to attempt to do this one like hands. There's no room.
Ja Kaappo, alusta uudelleen!
Ja Kaappo sai sukellusmusiikin salaisuus.
Syksyn kulttuurikirkossa Helsingin Pitäjänmäellä kuullaan huomenna alkukeväinen iltana kiehtova pianoteos 2 kertaan.
Yeah. Kände.
Hyvä leffa ja hyvät musat.
Niin, voihan se niinkin sanoa.
Ai niin kun sä kuuntelet vaan sitä klassista. Mutta ihan...
It's a marshmallow mushroom. How cool is